Okay, I just thought of something. Yeah, I know. It's like I'm still adjusting myself to being able to finally actually truly learn from true teachers, right? Yeah, like just saying shit like it is or whatever, because the airwaves only been open for so many amount of years, right? Okay, so anyway, and I'm still trying to wake up, but you know, realizing that I'm still in school and what have you, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, yeah, I'm just like, granted, yeah, I'm just realizing like seeing things from a multi-dimensional perspective because it's like, yeah, I've had a lot of downtime, or there's the sloth energy, there's the avoidant um personality thing that comes from what I'm realizing it's on the autism spectrum. And then there's procrastination, like for Aries. But there's that in and of itself, like this is actually really deep. That in and of itself is an illusion. So, as people are building content constantly, that based off of you, let's say you're one of the energies or whatever, that in and of itself too creates an illusion. Mind you, they could still be leveling with you and synchronizing with you in the recent past, whatever given point in time, on time within time intervals, right? In real life present time. But yet I have actually, this is the illusion of even ADD and ADHD that I've proved, because I was even told by former employers, I mean, this was like a really long time ago, but that I was inconsistent. But in actuality, I mean, who knows? Maybe at the time I was. This was like a long time ago. This is timeless or whatever. But in reality, I have been actually consistent, I guess, when it comes to something that you're skilled at or talented at, or you have a genuine interest in, whatever it is, and it's still been like, for me, mainly it's been art, right? But it's like I have been consistently doing art since high school and actually before that. Yeah, so it's like it boggles my mind, I guess, in the end. So it's kind of like, even as people are syncing up with me and building their content, right? At the same time, that what I'm basically saying is them building content creates an illusion in and of itself to truly see someone with the utmost clarity, which is correct. I'm actually right now taking this on another level, is correct. Yeah, and even still, me, mind you, at times it's hard for me to keep up with people, right? But yeah, other times I'm like freaking super cerebral. Yeah, so it's like random for me, and I'm assuming that has to do with diet and stuff, really. Yeah, I mean, let's be real or whatever. It's like yesterday, I was like, I hadn't eaten all day, and then I was drinking coffee or doing supplements and stuff or whatever, getting my fluids, and that was it. I didn't eat until at night. So obviously you're going to have like the effects of fasting, so that will cause you to be more cerebral, right? Okay. But then towards the end of the night, that was when I was like really wanting to like push myself more. Yeah, with my health or something. Granted, mind you, it's probably not recommended to like bombard yourself with like a bunch of supplements within a period of time or within a day's time. But I said fuck it, I'm just gonna go for whatever. But and I did fine. I remember I was feeling like super relaxed, like my brain and stuff. Your brain uses the most energy, so yeah, you want to feed it right. Yeah, I would think that's kind of more or less common sense, but to each their own. Um, but no, it creates an illusion because it's like, Okay, for example, like, I got all these notebooks and shit. There's that notes I took there, and then the art I've done, like, around as an example. I got a notebook there, and I got notebooks on the side or whatever. No, the past, couple years, I've actually been consistent in basically taking charge of my own life. It may not, in taking charge of making sure that I, work on myself, or, whatever shape or form it is, and been consistent about it. So it's kind of like interesting when I look back and how much people have, when they're building constantly, even off of me, and I might be a energy they're building off of. I know I'm not the only one, but I'm now able to see that they can't even fully see me yet, which is really interesting, because it's kind of like how people define work is interesting too. And yet so many people have been doing tarot online, and they're doing their work from home stuff. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of like they can't, how people define work is in question now, for sure, even for myself, because it's like, I don't know if some people don't deem you being an artist, or you being a healer, or you just reading books and studying. I'm assuming some people don't define that as work. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of like, I would think that in and of itself stands for something. And the fact that I've actually been consistent, not procrastinating, I've actually been persistent when it came to, you know, taking notes, you know, learning from people, getting my own downloads, being like actually like excited for it, see, or whatever comes to mind and shit. I mean, nobody tells me to do this, or it hasn't. It's something that I took on to myself, the responsibility to do. And I mean, I'm still in the midst of, improving on stuff, even not just doing what I want to do, but also doing the things that I should be doing. Yeah, so I would say it's just more or less about not so much procrastinating for me, but it's actually been more because I've been, like I said, I've been doing art. I got stuff back in there. I got stuff up there. I got stuff over here. I got stuff on the walls and shit. I mean, that's an accumulation, a body of work since high school for me. And I've been doing even more recently because I got inspired out of nowhere. So I was like, I might as well run with it. But it's kind of like people really need to step back and reevaluate and reconsider how the fact that how they define what work is. So what they may think and deem somebody procrastinating, when in reality, though they were going, the illusion of going at turtle speed can create an illusion of procrastinating too, that in and of itself. So, whomever is curious about, this right here, because it's kind of like, that's actually me seeing things more from an aerial view and a multidimensional perspective, which is true. So I don't know, people might want to step back and re-examine if they are truly indeed seeing someone with clarity, or are you just an individual that's more or less using someone in a fixed ways to build your content off of. So if you're just using anyone in a fixed way too, that you may not entirely see them clearly. words are used to define an individual or individuals, and they're frozen in time to build off of. which creates kind of, I think I envision like this little kind of like arm trying to like reach around and like hook people, or like you think of like hooking the ball. Yeah, like our freaking Merkaba. That's how I think about it. Haven't experienced, but yeah, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm like, this some of the art this I did that in high school or whatever, sculpture and shit. So it's kind of like, let's show more examples and shit real quick here to get to help back up the point I'm trying to make is the fact that, and even not even including my work history and other different random odd jobs that I've done, whether it's logistics, warehouse, shipping and receiving, food manufacturing, janitorial, sales. Yeah, it's not even going including all of that. I'm just basing it off of the past couple years when it comes to in past couple years and even into my high school of the amount, and I don't even have all the art with me. I did like a huge baked potato sculpture and like a huge 6 foot soft sculpture of basically the Black Dahlia murder like corpse. I know it's morbid. 11/11. Yeah, unfortunately, I ended up losing that stuff, or it's like back at my parents' house for all I know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I have other sculptures too. They might be in storage or something from like high school. There's art I'm missing too. But no, it's really step back and see how, if you're in truly indeed seeing a person with clarity versus like building off of someone in a controlled manner, can also interfere with you seeing a person with true clarity. I would say is safe to say. Yeah, that's a fair thing for me to say right now. So, this is timeless or whatever. It'll only concern certain people. It's only actually going to concern people, the truly inquisitive people, inquisitive minds, the ones that are really truly here to learn and grow. Yeah, so it's like, it's not whatever I say, and even other certain people say, it'll appeal to, specific group of people, and there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, I don't know. It's quite interesting to say the least right now. To whom needs to hear this stuff for whatever reasons.